Hey Al, hope you're having a good day. Johnny here. I checked out Bulletstorm VR the other day. I don't even really know where to start, to be completely honest. Um, the graphics, it's not great. The game, it's not that great. Let's kind of talk about though. So Bulletstorm VR is a remake of a classic FPS that was done about 13 years ago in 2010. I wasn't familiar with the game going into this. Now that being said, I was really looking forward to this game because it's been hyped up quite a bit, and that was definitely the first part of the problem. Was this game was hyped up to be a better game, and it had a $40 price tag, 35 if you order early, which is more expensive than a lot of the other VR titles out there. So there's some things to be cautious about going into this game, and let's talk about it. So, not being a old school fan, I didn't really have very many expectations other than the hype, and immediately the game was fun to play. I am of the mindset that I did enjoy this game. The leash tether that you get to, that makes things a little, it's kind of clunky, hard to control. I really didn't think that was that great. Um, the graphics are pretty terrible. Your hands and the guns look pretty good. I really like the way your hands look. I really like the way the guns look. I like that you have the option to reload with a button or the manual reload. I think the manual reload is definitely for me what I prefer to try and do. But sometimes that button is just, especially with this, there's a lot of it's a fast FPS. I did not experience any of the glitches that were reported. I did have this game crash my system one time. Only once. I played 5.5 hours at this point. And so here's my main issue with the game. It doesn't look that good. It plays fairly clunky. And really, for the price tag, it should be a better game. I've also left these weird in-game prompts that you may have noticed for the handles and the levers and things that you can kick and all that, which I suppose is handy to a degree, but it really, after the first time you see it, you really get the idea. The first 5 times you see it, it gets annoying, and then just to keep having the prompts show up every time, kick this, open that, open it this way, yeah, I get it. It just felt repetitive and unnecessary, and definitely broke immersion. And speaking of breaking immersion, this game also had several issues where instead of like if you slide down the pole, instead of sliding down the rope or the pole, it just blanks out. And I want to see that action. I feel like you miss out a lot when they have those cutscenes. It breaks the immersion in a pretty lame way. So that was definitely another downside of this game. There was a lot of action, so you don't run out of things to shoot at. You're constantly shooting. And I think where most people are going to find the fun and the entertainment of this game, anyone who ends up being an actual fan of this game, is going to end up being a fan of the overall action. I leave that space on a specifically non-active scene. At any rate, the overall action in this game is pretty great. There's a lot of explosions, little moves you can put together, combos and whatnot, and I think that's great. I think that the core of this game had a lot of potential, and just really a lot of good ideas here. So it's kind of a shame that it didn't turn out to be a little more, gosh, in these cutscenes. These cutscenes were so bad. They were just that bad. I mean, I've never seen cutscenes so bad. It really had me wondering if I was even supposed to be seeing. Like, I thought my unit was maybe glitching out when I saw the first cutscene. It was bad. Now, I did have a lot of people complaining about the frame rate. I had a little bit of lag and a little bit of dropping out, but not too much. So I didn't have that issue. Um, I really was pretty fortunate. I didn't have a lot of bugs or glitches. Like I said, I had the one time where I believe, it crashed. But I mean, Justice, the vampire, crashed my VR 6 times or more. So, I mean, I think that's different from everything else. I did like things like what you can do with your finger here. It had really good sensors. The sensors were on point with the game. The haptics were light, but they were okay. I mean, those types of playing aspects were pretty good. I mean, the story all in all it's a story. It keeps the game going. I mean, it's not the most immersive, but really the point of this game is to be battling. And I mean, you do that. You definitely do that. If you're looking for a first-person shooter with a lot of action, this is a game. And another kind of cool thing that I did like about this game was it had some definite Gear of War vibes. Like, if you're a Gear of War fan, it's almost this game. It doesn't have the chainsaw, unfortunately. The chainsaw would be sick. But the guns, the kicks, the overall loud-talking protagonist, I mean, that all to me was definite Gear of War feel, and I couldn't have gotten enough of that. I really enjoyed it quite a bit. Everything else, you could probably leave at home. I mean, I liked some of the combos, and I liked a lot of the action, and I enjoyed playing the game. But at the end of the day, it's still kind of boring. It's not the best game that's out there. It's not worth $40 games. There are way better games out there that cost $20 and $30. So it depends on what you're looking for. If you just need to try it out, yeah, go get it. But it's nothing it's not going to change your life. It's not going to change your opinion on VR. And unfortunately, it's one of those titles that doesn't seem like it's going to get better patches. I mean, they have patches that'll be able to fix some of the bugs and glitches that people reported and experienced for sure. But as far as adding content or doing something to get me to play this game more than the one time through, no, this game doesn't have any revisitability at all. I'm not going to revisit this game. I'm not going to come back and check it out. It is what it is. This one playthrough is enough. I'm happy to check it out and get the playthrough. I appreciate a lot of the combos. I appreciate the work that the people put into this game. I think that, like I said earlier, I think there is a lot of potential for this game, but you have just no follow through at all. I mean, the issue right here, I am actually literally able to kill enemies through a wall with this sword. Now, that laser sword is cool, but you shouldn't be able to kill enemies through a wall. We're letting people get away with things at that point. There's lots of cool guns, all the little extra guns and the sniper rifles and stuff. They're sick. They're so worth checking out. There's so many things about this game worth checking out. So don't get me completely wrong. Don't get it twisted. I had a fun time playing this game. I would even say I like this game, but I just can't recommend this game. I don't think that it's worth I don't think the value's there. I think, you charge $10 for this game, $15 for this game. Yeah, okay, this is a $10 or $15 game. We could talk about that. But this is not a $40 game. This is not a game that they should have been pushing for a pre-order. It's an interesting concept with improper execution and just not really enough follow-through. They had a lot of potential. They had a lot of really, really good hype. They had every chance to make this a winning game. And instead, they waited. They put back the release several times, and they still released a lesser quality game. I mean, I don't know what else I'm supposed to say about it. I really tried to look at it from every aspect. I played it. I put my time in. I'm going to beat the game, don't get me wrong. But it wasn't what the hype had put itself up to. It wasn't what I was hoping for. So that's it. I'd say it's like a 5 or a 6 out of 10 if I had to rate it. So appreciate everyone watching. Take it easy. Please like and subscribe. Yeah, screw you, game. Screw you. Screw you, PlayStation 2. Let's fix that library. But please like and subscribe. Thanks for hanging out. Take it easy, y'all.